Hello friends, hello, hello. I see from India, from Brazil. Let me come closer a little bit to be with you. We had rain. This is fantastic. It's something that was not at all planned. We had rain, so the smell is quite really strong. It feels good. It feels good. How many months we had no rain? Many months. The last I remember, so I was away some months, but the last I remember was last year. A very strong rainstorm when my Japanese friends were here. It was really fantastic. So, how are you? How is everybody? My kimono, I love it. Look how beautiful is this. I love the color. Look at this beautiful shade. It's so nice, huh? Yeah, it's very interesting time. I've been through a very challenging time in my body. Because some weeks ago I had no energy, and suddenly I got back my energy like crazy, and it goes with what is going on in the sky, with the fire, hair, fire. It's like, and it's fire everywhere. You can see in the world, unfortunately. So me as fire sign and hair at the rising sign as Libra, and this year my rising is Aries, so it's a lot of fire. So I started to feel like this strong energy, and now I know I have, when I feel this energy, I spoke about that recently, I have to slow it down, because if I stay on that, it's like frenzy, it's like I want to do, and I do several things in the same time, and I'm like, I don't know where it's coming from, and after a while, if I stay on that, I'm gonna have a blister of herpes. I have this sometimes when I'm tired or stressed, good stress, by like, I've been down the wash to get bags and bags of sand, to put sand around. I took off, it was a kind of concrete block that was emerging from the ground, and every time I was seeing that, I was becoming crazy with this thing. It was really bothering my eyes. So I went with a big hammer, I broke it, I took off all the pieces of concrete, and I went to look for the sand, and I brought, maybe up to now, every morning I go and I bring some bags of sand. And it's a good workout. I am in my combat boot camp, workout. So I brought maybe 20 in in like 3 days. So I have more to bring. So every morning I wake up at 5:30, and first I enjoy my bed. It's still night. The lights just start a little bit. I see, it's a little bit coming. So it's 5:30. And the first thing I do, I stay in my bed, and I am grateful to have a bed, simply grateful to be in a peaceful place, grateful about so many things. So this is a thing, because people ask me, how do I do to be connected with my higher self? It's very simple for me. It's passed by the body. And in fact, that it be pleasant or unpleasant in my body, it's the way, by the feeling I have to be connected to my higher self. So the morning I do this, I lie down on my back, and I feel my body from inside. I spoke about that before, but it's becoming deeper and deeper. As maybe you know, because I spoke about this too, I make a particular awareness when I have my meals to be without any any noise. No music, no, if sure, no phone. I just be in silence, watching the landscape and eating and feeling how my body is processing that and how it's fabulous to be able to be so present to each, everything I put in my mouth and I chew, and to be very aware if I chew regularly on both sides. Because for a while, when I had this wisdom tooth that has been taking off, I was not chewing there, and I was starting to feel like unbalanced, and I realized it was because of that. So I put my awareness in being really present and really chewing both sides inside to be really in balance. So this is what I do when I have my meals. But the morning, when I wake up, I don't jump out of my bed. I stay like that, my arms, like resting, my legs a little bit apart, and I breathe. And I feel how it is in my body. It's like I scan my body. And unfortunately here, there are no birds singing early morning like when I was in Malibu. Because when I was in Malibu, the birds were a lot and were singing early morning. So I was still in my bed. And try to do this. If you have birds, if you hear birds early morning when you are in your bed, lie down on your back, breathe deeply, slowly, very slowly, and feel the vibration in your body. It's quite really, really pleasant. And because I think I'm quite aware of that, but a lot of people are not aware of that, and they wonder how to be connecting with their higher self, how to meditate, that I don't meditate in a way that I just sit in silence. The thing that is easy for me, it's to feel my body inside, to explore, to feel how it is in my right foot, how it is in my left foot, and my knees. And if I move a little bit that way or that way, how it is, what do I feel? And there. And now I'm going to put my hand here. It's always my right hand under my left. And it's on my thymus. It's the thing I do in winter when I'm cold, in my bed. When it's a little bit cold, I put my hands like that. And I noticed many, many years ago that when I do that, suddenly, like 1 minute after, it's warm. So these are things I discovered, by myself, exploring my body. Because I'm amazed by the body, how this is working. I'm always like, how this is possible? And I'm like, really like, when I am like that, in my bed and feeling, I wonder, who is this invisible being that is feeling by this body? It's fascinating to me. I'm speaking to you, who I am, who I am as invisible being, because it's who we are. We are, invisible, ethereal being, and we animate, if I can say, if it's us, because for me maybe it's beyond us. But who is beyond us? It's like this connection with this invisible part of me, and this invisible part of me in the invisible realm is connected to everything else. So who am I really? So these days, I experiment something I wanted to share with you. Maybe it's not really well articulate because I'm just experimenting and I don't find the words. But my friend Gaia loan me an infrared light wall, And for a while I let it in the box, and one day I saw in French, maybe it's because in French, I don't know, or maybe it was because I had to have this information at that time. It was the right time to get that. And this resonates in me, and I say, wow, in fact, this thing that I have is the thing a little bit differently, because this is not a big one. It's not all around me, it's just a panel, but it's a big panel. So is what I was envisioning differently like 30 or 35 years ago, what we call now the med bed. I was always saying to my family and friends, I'm not doing anything on my face or anything because I wait for the tube. I was calling this the tube, because I say, we're going to go in this like a sun bath bed, and 15 minutes later, everything is regenerate, everything is fixed, and we do this regularly. And when I listened to this session on YouTube about these French scientists and doctors, I say, wow, but this is doing what I was imagining differently because it's smaller. But so I decided to get back in the storage and to get it out of the box. And every morning, after I've been in my bed feeling my body, I don't jump on my phone or anything, or rarely if I see an amazing cloud like this morning, I open my phone at 6:30. That is rare. Usually I open my phone after I've been done everything, my exercise, feeding the birds, putting the water for animals, took my shower, having my breakfast, and it's already 10 or 10:30. So when I stand up, I put this panel, and I stay 10 minutes in front. After it has to cool, so I make my coffee or something like that, and I stay after 10 minutes on the back. But when I stay on the front, I have these goggles to put. So I close my eyes and I have the goggles that I put above. And I use this time to be really connected again, to feel my body inside. And time passed so fast. I say, oh, it's already 10 minutes. I cannot believe it. Because I'm so connected to what is going on inside my body, just feeling, that I guess I am in another timeline. It's another dimension of time. And I'm like always surprised, oh, it's finished. I would love it to stay longer. So what I do, I stay with my eyes closed, and I start to see sparkle of lights. And I take off the goggles, and some days I see this kind of, it's like a big cloud of darkness, but with a lot of little sparkles. Some are really bright, sometimes after it's become like a round red, bright red, like I never saw. This red comes sometimes when I do some kind of yoga session. After, if it's quite intense, I have this bright red that is pulsing. Or sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's green. So I am with this thing, and when I stay there and I try to imagine, who is this, I could say, being, entity, energy, frequency, that is feeling this. And it's weird because I am more and more in touch with my higher self. I get more and more informations because it's more and more present. And it's such a feeling of pleasure, feeling when I am like that, closing my eyes after this infrared session, and wondering how this miracle is working. Who is this being, light being that I am in the invisible realm, this invisible being of light, of energy, of this frequency that I am? How did I, in a way, decided to come to get this body, to get this family, And it's funny, yesterday I found a picture I forgot about me when I just had my son 1 year before. I posted in the story. I was like, wow, I was like that. I was really beautiful. I didn't find me beautiful at that time. So I am staying with that feeling and with this thought to kind of apprehend who I am really as frequency, how this frequency is using this body to feel, to apprehend the world, to speak, to... It's amazing to me, and I stay with that. And it's good. It's really good. And you know, when you close your eyes, often it's like dark purple, brownish color, like, and you see all these little point, and in fact, it's who we are inside. In fact, what we see there, it's, for me, it's like the atomic particle that are all separated, because every cell surround is void, and I try to imagine how this frequency is animating this physical body, is moving this physical body, is experiencing life and things by this physical body. It's fascinating. It's really fascinating. And you know, and I touch my skin, and it's like, how it's possible. It's so perfect. It's something that is like a membrane of a big, you know, bag of flesh and blood and muscle and fascia, bones, and everything is contained in this bag that keeps more or less the same shape. And seeing this picture yesterday of myself when I was 18 and a half, I was like, wow, sure, especially because last winter I'm not exercised, so, but I'm recovering. I recover also my strength on my right leg. I'm very happy. I'm doing things that I was unable to do even before, when I had not the trouble with my right leg. But I look at me on this picture. So I have dark hair, because at that time I had only some silver hair here, but I have very dark hair. You can see my hair were like Asian hair, very dark. And I see my body shape, and I say, wow, I'm almost the same. By what miracle? What miracle? It's possible that I still have quite the same shape. How this frequency is keeping the shape. Why it's keeping the shape? Maybe because I'm consistent in my awareness of how to care of myself since so many decades. Maybe because there is a kind of inner wisdom to maintain my vehicle. And I was thinking, is it because the frequency is changing, that the bodies are changing, can become more thin or become bigger or obese? Is it because something is affecting this invisible being frequency, but the frequency cannot vibrate at the same rhythm, and this translates in the body of a change in the body? And how this can be interactive with the psychological and the physical, because the spiritual dimension is also maybe not fulfilled, because the psychological dimension is interfering with the ability of the soul to fulfill her needs in the physical body, because the psychological dimension, where there are all the transgenerational patterns or the conditionment we have from the culture or the society or the religion, any kind of conditionment or preconceived idea or our belief system, and all this is affecting the original frequency that we came when we came as babies, when we came, when, for me, more and more, I really believe that I choose the family I came, my mother, father, and everybody around, but also that I choose the body as it is, and that I choose to come in that time. So why at one moment someone is not, it's like it's not a line anymore for some of these things that are interactive, these three levels, soul, psychological, physical, all is interactive, and how it's possible to regulate that. For me, one thing that is, because people say, oh, you have to meditate, but for a lot of people it's very difficult, because they have the feeling they have to stop to get thought, but where are these thoughts are coming from? So if instead of fighting to try to don't have thought, just observe them and just go back to the body by the breathing and feel the body, try to have some breath rhythm like you want. You are not obliged to follow a special technique. You can do your own. And this is what I do. I do my own things. I experiment years ago something. I shared that in my live video. It was fantastic. I don't need to do it anymore. I did it. It's okay. I know I can do it, but I don't want to spend time doing this breathing technique that I found myself inspired by Wim Hof, and after I explore. I think this is the thing. You have to explore. You have to explore with your body, because your soul or entity or invisible being or higher self, you call it like you want, this invisible being came to experiment life in a physical body on earth. So we are here to use this physical body in a proper way to be able to fulfill the soul that came, like I cook and I have something really pleasurable to eat or to see and to hear beautiful music or silence. I love to hear the silence. It's so fulfilling. It's so intense. And the nature of the sound I feel in the silence is different regarding what if I had, for example, if I went hiking, or if I did some yoga, or if I was in an intense thing, like I was carrying the thing, when I stop, and this is something I enjoy. So now I'm able to stop. When I finished to carry all these bags of sand, I went here, not outside because they have the ants, and I've been beaten by fire ants a little bit everywhere because I was without glasses and barefoot on the soil and taking all the leaves, the grass, dead grass, and I've been beaten very badly everywhere. But it's okay. My immune system is becoming stronger. When I arrived 4 years ago, it was like one bite was lasting 2 weeks. Burning. Now it's done in 2 days. So I guess my immune system became really stronger grace of that. So I embrace that. I just put some, electrism on, and I try to go in another place in my body where it's not burning, and enjoy that other place. So I try always to find an alternative, So it's this. It's I think it's important to always go back to the body, and one of the most easy thing is to breathe and to think a little bit about the breath, where it's coming from. Is it you who decide to maintain this breath, or simply it's animate you? It's, for me, sometimes I really feel I'm breathed, and it's such a great feeling. It's not up to me. This breath can stop by any means. It can be an accident or maybe any kind of thing, and suddenly a heart attack or a disease, and the breath stops. But I have no control on that. I can have control in doing some kind of rhythm, like I told you, maybe 4, 5 inhale, 4, 5 maintain in apnea, not breathing, and 4, 5 exhale, or just doing inhale, exhale, alternate, or alternate with, when you have with the nose and you breathing from one nostril and the other one, and doing, maybe it's possible to do that. And like this, when you are busy doing this, you will see at a moment, it's like there is no thought. Because you've been really present in the feeling of that body is for. And there you are out of time. You are in a kind of space, like when I am in front of this panel of infrared and I say, oh, it's already 10 minutes. I thought it's like it just started. Because when you are really present to the body and you are in the feeling of that and you explore inside your body and you are really grateful and you are in the body, you are not there anymore. And my astrologer gave me something really important in this time of fires in the planet and fires in the aspect of the planets, and fires for sure everywhere. She told me, as you are Aries this year, as raising, you have to put a pouch of cold on your head, because we are open here more or less. And she said you are really open there on the cranial center, and you have to stop the fire to come in. And it makes so much sense. I remember the Korean acupuncture I was seeing when I was in Malibu always told me you have to have the head cold and the feet warm. So this is something you could do. Eventually, if you feel you have too much thought, try to take a pouch or a tissue cold, or a pouch, not forcibly ice, but something cold, and try to put on your head and feel. And stay with that feeling. And feel in the body. And you will see the thought gonna stop. And this is, it's very simple, in fact. Maybe I don't explain very well, but when you are, like people who can sleep, I explained that many months ago, maybe even a couple of years ago, I realized that, and it makes sense, because I remember when my kids were babies, when they were a little bit agitated, what I was doing, I was I don't know how you say, just tapping their butt, like that. And it was finished, they were falling asleep. So I don't tap my butt, and I don't have problem to fall asleep. But if I maybe wake up middle of the night and suddenly I have an idea, I'm excited about that, and I would love to stand up and write about that, or I slow down, I say, no, it's not the time. So I decided to breathe by the bottom of my body. To imagine I was breathing, so I bring my consciousness to that part. And I'm telling you, after like maybe 1 or 2 minutes, I fall asleep. So experiment this thing. Try to have more and more awareness of your body, about the miracle that it is, about the beauty that it is, how it's functioning. It's absolutely fantastic. And try to imagine that your soul decided to have this specific body to experiment human life. Because it's the only way. It's the only way for our essence, our frequency, our soul to experiment life on earth, human life. It's just by us. It's just by this vehicle that has the senses. It's a miracle. It's really a miracle. So I wanted to share this with you. Maybe this can make your kind of desire, or if you have difficulties to be at peace, or to relax, maybe to give you some little hint how to arrive to get more peaceful, or more like content, content. And when you are fulfilled like that, when you feel, and it's really a lot of things at a lot of different layers. And when you have this more and more present, this way to be more and more present, it's like, and this mindset of the miracle that it is more and more installed, you get a lot of informations. You really get a lot of ideas, something. And these things are not the ones that are obsessing. These ones are really creative, or it's answer to a question you had, or it's really, and it's coming, a sign, a vision, an idea that you have, and it's like, yes, it's that. And this is fantastic. But this comes only by the presence to the body. Because if you try to be, like I said before, to avoid the thought, to fight with them, no success. It's impossible. So you have to trick this. You have to find a way to transmutate this. Okay, you are busy up there, but me, I'm going to be busy down there, And I remember my lyric song teacher, she taught me how to use the sexual area to go higher. I'm a sopran A, to go higher for my sound. Because when you are really down at the root chakra, at the basic center, because you catch the energy of the ground by your legs, your feet and your legs, and it's joined here in this center. It's the first one. It's very powerful. It's a way to be grounded. It's to put your feet on the ground and to imagine and feel that this ground energy is coming through your feet, through your legs, and joining there. And after, it's very powerful, And to when you put your awareness there and you are very connected there is something that is going on at the aura. And you put your awareness under your belly button and you stay anchored there. And when I do my exercise, I'm anchored there. I contract down at the sexual, the perineum. I contract and I feel my aura under the navel, and I stay there. And it's a good feeling. When I was very tired, it was very difficult for me. I had really to work on that. So I did it lie down because it was very hard to do it stand up. I was so tired, like 4 weeks ago, and I did it lie down. And now I'm amazed by what I'm able to do, with weight and with exercise. And I'm like, wow, I can do that, It was a success some weeks ago when I started to be able to squat for the first time. I was never able to squat. Now I squat and I even have weight, and I'm like, I cannot believe I can do that. When I say squat, it's full squat, to be pose on my feet and fold my knees. I was unable to do, and I felt, it's because my knee. I was trying to find excuse, I had a surgery at the knee, so it's for that. No. Now it's working very well. I have no pain, nothing. I become stronger. My right leg is much stronger. And it's such a great feeling to get back, my energy. So, but this is by the presence in the body. When this right leg was weaker, I really put my awareness under my foot, at my heel, pushing with my heel, spreading my toe, really pushing myself to be on balance at that foot. At the beginning, some months ago, I was unable to hold the balance. It was so easy for me. I'm used to put my shoes with strings, stand up, and both of them, and without putting one foot on the floor and just doing, I don't sit. I was unable to do it anymore. I was really like in a very difficult condition. I could not believe. And it degraded very fast. In some weeks, it was like some months, 4 months, I've not done anything. So you see, it's like, it's really, maintenance is everything. Sometimes it's quite hard. So when it's hard, be kind with yourself also, Do a little bit and felicitate yourself to have done a little bit. Encourage yourself and you say, okay, I'm good. I did that. Like when I was tired, I was doing some exercise on the floor. Say, wow, I did that. I was congratulating me, and not seeing the negative side, but seeing the progress and going back to this feeling. It was a time I wanted to sleep all the time. what is going on with me? I'm so down. And my astrologer told me, if you want to sleep, do it. It's a time in your chart that there are a lot of changes. And it's because what is going on in the sky is showing us what is going on for us too. It's not that is creating this. It's already there. It's like, the Russian doll. There is this level, and it's all similar. So what is going on up there, it's also what is going on down there regarding the aspect when we're born. So it's not a punishment or a fatality, or we decided to come in this time. So what do we do with this? So it's for that I always say, don't be worried, don't be scared, just follow what inside make you vibrating, make you happy, even if it seems crazy for others. Just go for it, and don't have regrets if you decided something and maybe it's not working like you wanted. When you took the decision, it makes you happy. Just continue to trust the process, because you can be surprised. You can be surprised because, sometimes we said the voice of the Lord takes some peculiar turn sometimes to arrive somewhere. And the Lord, it's us. It's our higher self. And sometimes He makes us do some little turns to go to the thing. Because turns is softer than going in straight lines sometimes, It has something more organic. It's something more, instead of being like that, there are more opportunities if you think about when you take turns. Look at the road. When you take turns in a road, every time the landscape is changing, there are more opportunities to discover something than when you see a straight road that never end like we have here. It's not boring because the landscape are amazing, but I prefer when there are turns and I'm like, what am I going to discover as the next one? So, and something different present, So maybe we can see the turns we take in our daily lives like that, more exciting because there is something unknown. We are more stellar than linear. Look how we are. We are round. We have round. Everything is round, organic, round. It's not square and like that. So maybe being stellar is like that. Sometimes I speak about something there, and after something there, and people say, what she's speaking about? I cannot follow. It's because one thing makes me think of another one, because they are connected somewhere, and I try to bring the thing through words, that is not easy, to show how the wholeness is interactive and connected, and one point here is connected to one point there, and how this is working by miracle. And it's what we are. Look at our bodies. We have our toes there, we have our finger there, we have our head, and everything is like flowing and connecting, and it's not really, it's, you know, it's organic, you know. So this is, you know, what I wanted to share with you, to eventually give you an opportunity to explore at your own way. You don't need books or things. Everything is there, and you're gonna find the right book at the right time as well, you know. And maybe you're gonna read only a few pages, you know. And maybe just the fact to have the book, it's feeding you somewhere. Because at the invisible, it's possible eventually to be informed without words about what is in the book. And maybe sometimes we buy book we don't read, but it's not because we don't read them that we are not imprinted by what is there, because what is there is maybe something that is already inside of us, and the fact to have the book that speak about that thing that we were interested in that we have not read, that thing gonna resonate inside of us at our own way. We're gonna discover something new. I think it's in Japan, where I don't know how it's called, where it's important to have a library with a lot of books, and I have a lot, my goodness, and I have a lot in France, I have a lot here, I have a lot, a little bit everywhere, and to have just a library of books, there is a philosophy about that. It's quite interesting. I forgot how it's called, but it makes sense. When I read that, I was not feeling guilty anymore to have not read every book of my library. Because sometimes I was feeling guilty. I said, oh my goodness, I bought this book, I don't even read it, you know. But, you know, it's like that. There are priorities in life, and I think the most important thing is to enjoy and to be present, and to really see that the body that we choose, it's to use it at our own way, to respect it, to protect it, to care for it, and to feel by that body, to experiment life by that body. It's fabulous. Oh, see, I want to see if I have you agree about books, huh? Yeah, I'm not the only one. You know, we are a lot like that. We are passionate about a topic or something, and we buy the book, and finally we don't read. Or sometimes we read all the book, we cannot get out of it. When I was in India 2 years ago, in the Ayurvedic treatment, Pachakarma, for like 3 weeks, I was reading one book a day. I loved it. And it was interesting because it stimulated me writings. I wanted to write. I said, okay, I have to do a retreat of 3 months in a place like that where I have nothing to do, nothing to cook. I know the food is excellent. It's all organic. I don't have to cook. And I stay there 3 months, and I read and I write. I may offer me this in this lifetime. I'm thinking seriously about that, to have this experience. And it was funny because when I was there, it was a woman who did that. She stayed 3 months there. It's expensive. I have to find another place, or a miracle can happen. But I really would love to experiment that, to offer me this gift once in my lifetime, to just have nothing to do, just read and write. and be surrounded by beauty. It's an amazing place to find a way. So I am, we'll see. Let's see if I have some questions. Yeah, as above, so below. Yeah, we are like holograms, holograms, and it's like declining in different. I love this. When you see this photography or that gives seconds of movement, it shows like holograms, and it's who we are, because our essence is impalpable. The one who speaks to you here comes from the invisible. I cannot touch this essence, but this essence can apprehend, feel life, grace of the body that she chooses to incarnate, to be incarnated, to incarnate, to be able to feel, to live a human experience. So maybe try to think about that and see how it resonates for you. It's fascinating. It's really fascinating, and it is. It's a miracle. We are miracles, I'm telling you. I was seeing a post about how the baby embryo is forming in the womb. I had 2 children. It's magical. It's magical. Now I see my kids. They are 6 feet tall and more, and they were here in this belly. Can you believe it? I was watching this picture of me at 18 and a half with my son 1 year old, and I'm like, how is possible? It's really amazing, huh? Let's see. So no question. So I'm gonna let you go, investigate a little bit your being, your frequency, your body, And you know what? It's what does kids. So maybe we have to be like kids to explore the body, This morning I was having my shower outside, and I said, okay, I'm gonna make my manicure, pedicure, because someone asked me, what do you do for your manicure, pedicure? Nothing special. It's, But today I said, okay, I'm gonna do it. So I was there, and I said, I'm gonna scrub a little bit. And finally I scrubbed my whole body that I did 1 week ago. And I scrub, and now and I was like, wow. And my dead cell went away. And it's such a pleasure to be able to shower outside. And after I went in the sun, I did my manicure, pedicure. And I was like, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to have the opportunity and the privilege to give this care to me, to really, wow. And I really enjoy every moment. I had no crazy thought in my mind, and I was like enjoying the moment, just enjoying the moment. Dolphin choose each breath. Yeah. It's breath and movement. It's a movement, and we can be alive only when we are in movement. So it's for that when I wanted only to sleep some weeks ago, I was like, I want to be able to be like I am used to be, and so I was connecting to how I was, the feeling I had when I was, full of life instead of sleeping beauty all the time. And I say, it was like that. I was going back on the memory of it, and now it's there. I'm so happy. You know, it cycles, it comes and go and comes and go, and we just have to. Yes, I'm an old lady and I love it. You know, when I see how I was at 18 and how I am now, more than 50 years after, I'm like, wow, not so bad. Oh my. Yeah, you are quite a lot, huh? From all around. Yeah, so enjoy. I wish you a good weekend. We are almost end of the week. Time is flying so fast, you know, it's really, really, really amazing. And wow, you are a lot today. What is going on? Oh. Mm. Yeah, but a man started the fire in Washington, the state above Oregon. It was man started and he has been fighting fire since last summer. Oh yeah, it's happened a lot, you know. And it's only man starting fire. There are also engineered fires. And now they use laser and any kind of beams. It's you have to go and read the agenda of the World Economic Forum. You have to read what they write there. You will understand how there is a plan to depopulate the natural area. And I read this in 2010, 12 when they issue it. So you will understand better what is going on since some years. It's not fun to read. It's like 450 pages. I read some of them. I found, but I posted that in 2020, 2021. It was a link with all the layers and everything that was interactive and connected in that agenda, and how it was working from one layer, sending to another one, to another one. It was absolutely fantastic. I don't know where is this link anymore. I don't know where to find it, but this was really enlightening. Let's see. Yeah, my kimono is beautiful. Yeah, I love my hair too. Yeah. Yeah, okay, friends. Take good care and enjoy, explore, be curious, adventurous a little bit, and yeah, it's don't go on fear. It's a very low vibration, and you can observe the fear. There is, but don't take distance with that, and learn what the fear has to teach you. Often it's a way to be in prevention. It's a way to be preventive, and to be vigilant. But put in place what you have to put in place, and it's okay. It will be like it will be. But you cannot be under the stress of the fear all the time, because this is going to lower your frequency and make your life miserable. But you can learn from the fear. You can really learn to prepare eventually something, to be vigilant. It's about being vigilant, you know. Being present again, it's about being present. And when you have something that cross your mind and you say, oh, this is silly, maybe give it a thought. Maybe think, why do I think it's silly? What is this thing? Maybe I should consider this thing. Because maybe it's a message that is sent from your essence, from your soul or your invisible self, that is sending you this little information for you to explore. Go online. Oh, I have a good news. You know, my eyes were crying all the time. So I thought maybe it's because of the dryness of the desert and that, or the food, or that, or that. I say, okay, now I'm tired of that. I went online and I looked homeopathic remedy for eye crying and itching. I found 2 days ago an homeopathic remedy. I forgot the name. It's on my desk there. I can put in the story after. And no more eyes running. It's absolutely amazing. I took it before yesterday evening. 2 little, it's this. I'm going to show you what it is. I'm going to give you the name because maybe some people can be interested about that. So, it is Cineraria maritima. It will be reverse there, but you can screen and reverse it. Cineraria maritima. I took 2 of this little thing before yesterday evening, 2 early morning when I wake up, when I stand up and when I did my infrared after I took it, at middle of the day, and 2 yesterday evening, and 2 this morning. My eyes are not crying anymore, not itchy, nothing. And I order so I learn a lot of things. I order the eye drops, were made with this plant. It's a plant that I know very well. I was seeing, it's funny that it's called maritima, Cineraria maritima, because maritime, I miss the sea. So I said, okay, it's interesting. And the eye drops, so I read a lot about these properties of that plant. And in fact, the eye drops and this remedy is also helping for cataract. But I don't have, we cannot see, but I don't have cataract. When I saw the surgeon last year, I said, no cataract surgery or things like that, not yet. And but these drops, they help to delay cataract, and even for people with cataract. So maybe you found it's natural, it's organic, and these are homeopathic. So in homeopathy you have only, like us, you have only the spirit of the plant, the information. And this is who we are. It's like an essence. It's like we are spirit. We are information. And we took form. We took a form. We inform this flesh. We are information that become, I could say, flesh. It's difficult to... For me, inside, it seems so easy to understand, but to express it with words is very difficult. But you have a lot of scientists now and physicists who are speaking about that with quantic medicine and all that. That is not new for me because I had a really amazing therapist in France like 35 years ago who were already working like that, working on the fascia, working on the cell memory, working in quantic medicine and vibration, about vibration. So it's who we are. We are a frequency. So we have to, so when we are frequency, these remedies that are also frequency, that are also just information of the plant. There is no plant inside of that. It's the information of the plant that is get by dilutions. And more dilutions, and more it's high diluted, more it goes very deep, in very deep layers. It's fascinating. It's really fascinating. So these are working very well because it goes in resonance with who we are. This is from a plant. It's invisible, and our being, intrinsic being, essence is invisible. So it resonates very well with that. My friend astrologer, Jean-Paul, who passed away years ago, I worked with him for maybe 20 years. He was also an homeopath. He was an engineer, a civil engineer, so on big construction field, but he was in the Himalaya, and he has been initiated by Tibetan monk about astrology and homeopathy, and he combined homeopathy and astrology. And when he was doing my solar revolution, he was telling me these are the aspects that are to consider, that can be, challenging. So you send me a message and I will give you the remedy to take only one time. To don't cut the process, because we are always mutating. So as everything is changing all the time, even ourselves, we are mutating. We are mutant. We mute all the time. So sometimes it's quite very difficult in the body. So we can be helped with homeopathy. And if you have a good astrologer, he can also give you what kind of remedy can be you can take at a certain time of transit in your chart. And this is very, very helpful, because you don't interfere with your evolution process by taking chemicals or by taking something that's going to cut the process. Because as we are always in evolution, we are spiritual being in evolution, like this, we don't interfere with our own evolution process. So it's precious. It's really precious. And sometimes a remedy came to my mind when I have something and I think, oh, Jean-Paul, thank you. I have the feeling he gave it to me from the invisible, inspired me. Inspire, the spiral, inspiring. So it's that. It's coming from the spire like that, inspiring. Yeah, friends. I wish you again a good weekend, and experiment, and let me know if you have something that can be, that you discover, something that happened to you by investigating or something like that. Yeah. Yes. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.